Hello, friends. Have you ever felt your brain is made up of thousands of things at a time? Think of it like a video. You're watching, but your mind is on something else, whether you're living or studying. Pay attention to social media notifications. It's not just for you, it's for all of us. The truth is that we all lack focus in our lives. Feeling, and that's why many times our big dreams and goals remain unfulfilled. But what if I told you that the solution to this problem is in your hands? The solution is hidden in a book called Master the Art of Focus. The author of this book is A. Suman. Did not say that the focus is not super power that only a few people have. He explained to us that the focus, it's an art that anyone can learn. Right direction and hard work is what we need today. The story of the book and the depths it hides. Know the secrets, which can completely change your life. Think about it. If you're paying attention to everything, figure out what's most important to you. How productive is your life? This art of focus will be successful and happy. It's not just what you do, it's also what you don't do. Let's identify all of these distortions, and it's our job to remove those, prevent us from reaching our destination. Art teaches us how to use our minds, trained so that he only focuses on the most important thing in our lives. It's important that you think that. How is it possible that this simple? And explained it to us in practical ways. There are examples in this book. Scientific facts and their own experiences proved that the directness of the focus. Our habits relate to the environment around us. And that's our thought process. Friends, this video is just a summary of a book. No, but it's your life. Can become the turning point that you're long. You've been waiting a long time if you wanted to, so that you can focus on all the things that this video can make your dreams come true. Let's take a look at this amazing. Start the journey and learn. That's how we focus our attention on the biggest. You're ready to build strength because this journey is not just about strengthening your focus. It will give your life a new direction. Chapter 1. The Power of Meditation for Success. The key is to imagine a beautiful morning. The sun's rays on your window. You're knocking with a cup of tea. Start your day in front of you. A long to-do list. But as soon as you start, sometimes your mind wanders away from the phone. Sometimes there is an old thought about the notification. But do you know the situation? How many of us are aware of this? If we take into account the energy and focus your thoughts in the same direction, what we can't do is ask the question. The first book of the Master the Art of Focus. This chapter explains the concentration is not just a habit. Art is the direction of our life. It can change the power of attention. This magic key is hidden inside you. The ability to unlock unlimited abilities. But attention means only at work. It's not about focusing on your life. The means of giving direction when we turn our attention. When we learn to control the fear and uncertainty within. The author tells an interesting story. That's how meditation actually works. He has given an example of an archer. What is most important for an archer? Arrow if he doesn't see the target. If he runs, will he be on target? Not at all, but when he gets his full attention. And if the force focuses on the target, every time his goal is accurate. We're like archers. We all have our own goals, but do we have the full energy? And maybe they're paying attention to. No, because our mind is a fickle child. Like every moment pulls us in a new direction. In today's world, all of our attention, there is an attempt to divide the social. The attraction of the media is the constant ringing of emails. Alertness and countless responsibilities of life confuses us, but the truth is that the real success lies behind all of this. Focus on the goal, and then you've got more. That's why we need dopamine. Pick up the phone repeatedly and without thinking. Scroll through this web for hours. Getting out isn't easy, but it's impossible. It's not even the first step. Awareness until you don't realize that. Where your time goes, you don't change it. There can always be some sort of distraction. It starts with the trigger of your phone maybe notifying you, or lack of interest in your work. Identify the triggers every time you ask yourself, will it get me closer to my goal? Getting away from me, or resetting your mind? Learn how to use your phone for a while. Turn off notifications in the beginning. It's going to be hard, but slowly you'll You'll feel more focused and focused. It's best to avoid distractions. The way to focus on the deep work to do one's job completely. So your mind is so busy with that work. It turns out that there is a possibility of distortion. It's not just about your productivity. It will increase your satisfaction in your work. It also allows you to save only your time. It's not a waste of time to take it away from you. Imagine you're sitting with your family, but you're on the phone. Are you going to be able to live those moments? You can feel the depth of the relationship. Destruction doesn't just make us fail. It also makes us lonely and focuses only on. It is not necessary for success to be a happy, and also for a balanced life. It is important to have a network of someone's life, but the question is, do you want to steal your dreams? Or you'll be able to identify and get out of this trap. Try and get started today. Take your time to identify your triggers and put your mind to deep work, because your mind is the most important thing. The power of Chapter TH Focus is the science of you, how the brain actually works. It's a miracle. It's a machine that 7 hours a day, working tirelessly. It reflects our thoughts, feelings, and experiences every moment. But have you ever thought of yourself? He asked me if it was so wonderful. Why do we sometimes feel like we're falling apart? Our attention can't stay in one place. The mind is like a thick forest in this forest. There are countless ways. Every path is an idea, refers to a feeling or a habit when we have a. If we focus on the work, the mind moves along the paths that lead to that work, connected as much as we are to a particular idea, or repeat the habit as much as the way, becomes deeper and more stable. But that's the mind that gives us so much power sometimes. It's become our biggest enemy today. In this digital age, where every second of your social media and other things, this forest is trying to get attention. Do you feel even more overwhelmed? Have you ever thought that when you complete a task, how time flies when you're so immersed? It's a magical experience that takes flight. Scientists call the flow state occurs when your mind is completely in the same direction, becomes focused on this wonderful state. We have to overcome many obstacles to reach. We have to do it naturally in our mind. It's distracted by all the new information. Pull because it's ours, etc. There was a trend thousands of years ago when ancestors lived in the forest, then on new things. Life and death for them. The question was, but in today's world, this habit, we're screwed if you're engaged in important work. Your mind on every little deviation responds as if on the phone. The sound of a car passing on the road, or your own. Our thoughts are of two kinds. The first active focus is when you're focused entirely on a specific task. The second is automatic focus, when your mind wanders without any effort. The challenge seems to be that our brain naturally towards automatic attention. It's easy, it gives instant pleasure. It releases dopamine in our brain. It's what makes us happy, but momentary happiness gives us our long-term success. It takes away from the focus of your. It's not easy to train the mind, but that's not impossible. Deeply connected to emotions and purpose. When you do something with passion and purpose, if you do, your mind will naturally. Imagine that when you're on read the book, so you only read the words or the story. You're lost in everything you do. That's your passion and feeling. Pay attention to yourself. Music, when you understand your mind and its. If you train in the right direction, not only does it improve your attention, but also the quality of life. Raise your attention to your energy. The most valuable resource is the waste of it. Don't let it get in the way of things that to achieve your dreams and goals. Friends, it's time to help. We all have this amazing knowledge of life. You're ready because your biggest focus is your future. Power is the myth of Chapter 4 multitasking. Friends, in today's fast-paced world, try to do a lot of things together. Multitasking is the key to success. It's supposed to be, but have you ever thought that when you focus on many things at one time, if you're really focused on your goal, how far they'll go? In the 4th chapter of Master the Art of Focus, that's what multitasking is just one. The myth is that imagine you cook a meal together. I'm checking my email and trying to talk to the child. Do you think the three of you work together? But the truth is that the brain rapidly switches between all of these tasks. Whenever you're focused on a task, if you move on to another job, the brain loses a small amount of energy. It's called residue, which means your brain not fully focused on any work. Your food may be left unattended email. You're making a mistake in your child. You feel like you're not listening to him. In this process, not only the quality falls rather than you mentally. Feeling tired of multitasking. It gives us a false hope that it's the best use of time. It makes us feel like we're doing everything. We could do it faster and better. But the author challenges this idea profoundly. He says that any of our minds, the work can be done at full capacity only when he works only one job at a time. Have you ever noticed that when you're completely immersed in a task, so the work is not only completed quickly, but you're also doing better at it? The authors call it the flow state, the state where your mind is completely working the same direction, and the whole focus is on the work. But to reach this state, we must first break the myth of multitasking. For this, we must understand that every work requires both time and energy. When you do only one task at a time, your brain puts its full power on that task without any hindrance. Imagine that you wake up in the morning and start your day with a clear plan. You decide that first you will finish your meetings, then check your emails, and then spend time with your family. When you work in this way, you not only become more productive, but also feel mentally light. The author has beautifully explained that when we divide our time and energy accurately, we are able to create balance in life. This balance is the real key to our happiness and success. The first step to quit multitasking is to understand your priorities, knowing which task is most important and doing it first. The author has explained this in detail. Single tasking is called single tasking. When you focus on one task at a time, you not only get better results, but you also feel happy in that work. The author has shared a story which tells the essence of this chapter. A little boy used to complain to his father every day that he is so busy in work that he does not get time for him. One day, the father decided that he will spend the whole day with his son. He turned off his phone that day and completely distanced himself from work. He realized that when he focused only on his son, he could understand him better. The bond that strengthened between father and son that day was priceless. This story teaches us that when we focus on only one task at a time, we not only make our lives better, but also strengthen our relationships. Multitasking only confuses us and reduces our productivity. If you really want to be successful, then it is important that you do every work with full attention and dedication. Remember that your energy is limited. Use it in one direction and see how your life changes. So friends, it is time to give up multitasking and give a new direction to our life. Are you ready? Chapter 5: Mindful Techniques to Maintain Attention. We all have experienced in our lives how difficult it can be to maintain attention. Whether it is studies or work or focusing on something in our personal life, our mind often starts wandering. At this time, mindful techniques are like a tool that not only strengthens our focus, but also maintains our mental peace. In this chapter, the author has presented mindfulness as a magical process. It is not just the art of concentrating, but it is a way to feel yourself in every moment, which we often ignore. Imagine you are sitting on the banks of a calm lake. The water is still as if there is no movement in it. But suddenly the wind starts blowing and waves start rising in the water. Our mind is also like this. Everything seems calm until the noise of the outside world and the storm of our inner worries come. But as soon as we get caught in the whirlpool of our thoughts, our attention gets diverted. Mindful teaches us the art of staying calm like this lake. It teaches us how to recognize our thoughts, accept them, and then gradually calm them down. Mindful starts with breathing exercises. Whenever your attention gets diverted, just stop for a moment, take a deep breath, and feel that you're taking life inside you with every breath. This process not only relaxes your body, but also pulls your mind back to the present moment. Apart from this, mindful also emphasizes on sense awareness, that is, feeling the things around you deeply. If you're walking, then pay attention to your gait. Feel the ground below, feel the trees, the sound of birds, and the rustling of the wind. By doing this, your mind will be free from unnecessary thoughts that were making it cumbersome. Another interesting thing that is mentioned in this chapter is judgment-free thinking. Often we weigh our thoughts on the scale of right or wrong, but mindful teaches us to accept every thought as it is and not try to change or suppress it. Adopting this makes us experience a deep mental freedom. Mindful is not only a means of concentration, it also introduces us to those hidden abilities within us that we are unaware of. When you learn to meditate through mindful, you not only become better at your work, but your thinking power also increases. This can be understood with a small example. Suppose you're working on a presentation, but your attention is repeatedly going towards the phone or other things. Mindful with the help of mindfulness, you can make your mind understand how important this task is right now. As soon as you bring it into the present moment, your focus automatically increases. Mindfulness also teaches us this, so that we can handle our emotions in a better way. When we're under stress, our thinking power becomes weak, but with the technique of mindful, we can calm the restlessness inside us and see things clearly. So if you also want to master this art of concentration, then make mindful a part of your daily routine. It will not only calm your mind, but will also help you focus on everything that can make your life better. Concentration is not just a mental process. It can become the basis of our life. And when you learn this art, you can not only work better to achieve your dreams, but can also live your life to the fullest. Chapter 6, How to Concentrate in the Digital Age, Friends. Today we are living in a world where our every moment is connected to some device or the other. As soon as we wake up in the morning, our first hand moves towards our phone, and before sleeping at night, we reach for our phone. Time is the last thing, but have you ever thought that this digital age, which connects us to the world, is slowly taking away our attention and mental peace? The 6th chapter of the book Master the Art of Focus teaches us to focus in this confusing era, and while reading it, it feels as if a friend is understanding our heart. In the digital age, our attention has become a commodity. The world of social media, advertising, and the internet tries its best to pull us towards itself. Every notification takes us away from our reality. When you get caught in the trap of distractions, your mind slowly starts getting tired. It affects not only your productivity, but also your soul. You're not able to immerse yourself deeply in your work, are not able to spend time with your loved ones, and are not even able to connect with yourself. The most beautiful aspect of this is that it is not limited to just telling you about the problems, but shows you a way out, so that you can get out of this noise. It says that there is no need to leave technology completely, but you have to learn to use it in the right way. Imagine, you keep your phone aside and focus on just one task for 15 minutes. In the initial days, it will seem difficult because your mind will immediately run towards any notification or message. But gradually, when you develop this habit, you will realize how deep you can go in your work. It can completely change your life. A story here seems very inspiring. A person who was very tired of his day's work adopted this habit. He decided to spend 30 minutes every morning without any digital device. It seemed challenging on the first day, but gradually he realized that these 30 minutes became the most important part of his day. He started feeling calm, became more creative, and most importantly, started spending more time with his family. He had a lot of fun focusing. It does not mean focusing only on work. It means being fully present when you're talking to someone. When you are eating, feel every taste. When you are in the midst of nature, enjoy every moment. Focusing in the digital age is an art, and this chapter gives us the power to learn it. It reminds us that focusing means living every moment of your life deeply. So let's start today by keeping our phones a little away and spending time with ourselves, because only when you give time to yourself, you will be able to give your full energy to others. Technology is meant to make our life easy, not to complicate it. Now the decision is in your hands. Will you remain lost in the hustle and bustle of the digital age, or will you give a new dimension to your life by putting your attention and energy in the right direction? Chapter 7, Goal: Setting Focus the Right Way. Focus is the most powerful key to success. When we focus on our dreams and goals, we can focus on our dreams and goals. When we start looking towards our goal, it becomes important that we focus only on our goal. But the question arises whether we know how to focus properly. In this part of Master the Art of Focus, we get an opportunity to understand why goal setting and sticking to it is so important and how it can be done correctly. We all have a dream in life, but often our mistake is that we get entangled in many things. We try to achieve many goals at the same time, and the result is that we are not able to achieve any goal completely. This book teaches us that the first step is to clearly identify your goal and prioritize it. When you clarify your goal, you order your mind to move in that direction. This is exactly like an archer shoots an arrow at his target. Clear target, focus, but just setting a goal is not enough. Often such situations come in our life that try to distract us, sometimes our mobile phone, sometimes social media, and sometimes the opinion of others in such a situation. It is important for us to understand which things really matter. Focus means saying goodbye to those things that take you away from your path. It seems necessary to mention a story here. Suppose a person decided that he has to win a gold medal in a race. He started working hard day and night, but in between his friends called him for a party, family members put pressure on him, and sometimes he also doubted himself in such a situation. He adopted a mantra, one step every day. He decided that no matter what happens, he will definitely take one step towards his goal every day gradually. His small habits became the basis of his big success. How small things like proper use of time and setting priority of your work can change your life. You have to break down the big goal into smaller parts so that you can achieve it easily every day. This also saves you from disappointment and keeps you motivated. The role of emotions is also very important. When you are excited and passionate about your goal, your mind and body work together. This book also teaches us how to maintain positive energy and passion within ourselves. If you ever feel tired, remember your purpose. Think about why you had this dream and what it means for you to achieve it. Focusing properly also means that you identify your weaknesses and try to overcome them. There are things in every person's life that hinder his progress. It may be your laziness or fear of others' opinion. But when you face your weaknesses and make strategies to overcome them, you become stronger. We should enjoy our journey. Meaning of focus, it does not mean that you live your whole life in stress. It means that you enjoy living your dreams, appreciate yourself at every step, and understand that the real meaning of success is not only achieving the goal, but living that journey with full intensity. So friends, if you really want to bring a change in your life, if you want to achieve your goal completely, then learn to focus properly, identify your priorities, use your time properly, and take one step towards your dreams every day. Remember, your success lies in the depth of your focus. Chapter 8, Importance of Deep Thinking, How to Do Deep Work. Imagine a world where your every work is full of depth and focus, where your mind is free from noise and unnecessary thoughts and focuses only on one goal. This is the skill called deep work. It is not just a way of working, but an art that can make you extraordinary from ordinary. Deep thinking means to focus your mind completely. Concentrating on a single task is a state when you disconnect from the outside world and focus only on the work that matters the most to you. This is not easy because in today's fast-paced world, there are many distractions. But if you understand this art, your productivity and creativity can increase manifold. Think about it. When you work deeply, you not only get better results, but your thinking ability also increases. Deep thinking makes us experience our true potential. It inspires us to get out of our comfort zone and create something new and amazing. At a time when social media and multitasking have divided our attention, deep thinking is the weapon that can help you stand out in this crowd. To do deep work, first you have to calm the noise inside you. This noise is not only of external voices, but also of the important thoughts going on inside you. To concentrate your mind, you have to follow rules. Firstly, avoid distractions. Keep your phone, social media, and all kinds of interruptions away. Choose a place where you can completely immerse yourself in your work. Second, fix a time regularly for deep thinking. This time should be your sacred time in which there is only you and your work. Thirdly, be patient. Deep work is a skill that can be honed with time and practice. It may seem difficult in the beginning, but gradually you will start enjoying it. When you immerse yourself in deep thinking, it not only increases your productivity, but also your confidence. It calms your mind and fills you with a wonderful energy. This is the state when you're able to connect yourself with your work like an artist connects with his art. Imagine if you spend 1 hour every day thinking and working deeply. Then you will not only be able to accomplish your goals faster, but you will also be recognized as a person who is dedicated to his work. People will start recognizing your hard work, and the quality of your work. Deep work is not just a technique, it is a lifestyle. It teaches you how you can use your energy and time properly. It shows you the way to improve yourself and move towards fulfilling your dreams. So friends, if you want to bring depth in your life, then adopt deep work. It will not only make you successful, but will also make you a person who has the ability to change the world with his thinking and work. Thanks for watching this video. If you find this information useful, then subscribe to the channel, and share this knowledge with others. Your journey to success has begun.